Today our goal is to find the surface area of pyramids. Pyramids are similar to prisms in that they are solid figures. However, instead of having two bases, they only have one. Okay, so one base, and their lateral edges are going to form a point. Okay, so we say a solid figure with one base, and its lateral edges, remember lateral means side, meets at a point. Now a regular pyramid has a regular polygon as its base. Okay, so let's make a hexagonal pyramid. Okay, this is regular, which means it has all equal angles, all equal sides, but it's going to come to a point instead of to another base. Okay, before we get started, we're going to kind of remember a little bit of information from our last couple units. Go ahead and draw a regular square pyramid. Okay, to do this, I'm going to kind of draw a square that looks sort of like a rhombus, just to make a 3D effect. Okay, draw a point up at the top. Okay, now I'm going to connect this point to all corners of the square that I drew. Okay, now remember this is a square, so they're all right angles in the corner. Okay, it's regular, so it's got congruent angles here. We have to label the altitude. So the altitude in this case is going to be the height going straight up and down. Okay, this is the altitude. The lateral edge is the side edge right here. And the slant height, which we did discuss in a previous lesson, would be the one that's slanted, but it's the height of the lateral triangle here. Okay, it makes a 90-degree angle right here. This is the slant height. Okay, show the perpendicular lines marking right angles. So there's going to be a right angle here, a right angle for the altitude, and there's slant heights on all four sides. I can draw another slant height down the center. Okay, I could draw one down the back side, and I can draw one on this side. It's harder to see. Okay, so we do need a slant height for our formula. Okay, our lateral area, which is the side area, okay, all around the side, is going to be 1/2 PL. Remember, P stands for the perimeter of the base. Very important. And L stands for slant height. Okay, for the surface area, remember for prisms, prism is PH. Okay, so height was the height of the prism, and P was the perimeter of the base. Height is height of the prism. Surface area is 2B plus PH. Because remember, for a prism, there are two bases. You have a top and a bottom base. Okay? However, for a pyramid, there's only one base. So instead of 2B, it's just going to be one base plus 1/2 PL. Now, the reason why I have to divide by 2 is for a pyramid, these are all triangles. Okay? So, another way to do this is just find the area of all four triangles and add them together if you'd like to, or this is the shortcut. Any questions? Alright, first example, find the LA and SA of the square pyramid. Remember that TA is the same thing as SA, total area. same thing as surface area. So we want to find the lateral area first. Remember, lateral area is 1/2 PL. Okay? P is the perimeter of the base. So we do know that the perimeter of the base, 10, 10, 10, 10, which is 40. 1/2 perimeter of the base is 40. And the slant height, they did not give us the slant height, so we do have to find the slant height in this case. Okay, they gave us the 13, but remember 13 just the lateral edge. We have to find this right here. So if we know this is 10, it's going to be cut in half. Here's my triangle. 13, this is 5, 5, 12, 13 triangle. You could also use the Pythagorean theorem if you forgot. So I know now my slant height is 12. So my surface area ends up being 240 units. Lateral area equals 240 units squared. Okay, moving on to the total area, or the surface area. Surface area is the base plus our lateral area. So we already found the 240. Base, remember, is area of the base. Okay, don't forget, area of the base. And our area of the base in this case, 10 by 10 is 100, plus 240, 340 units squared is our surface area, or total area. Okay, if you'd like to pause it, go ahead and try number 4. Regular pyramid has slant height of 8. Area of its square base is 25. Okay, so we can draw our base. It's going to be a square. And we'll draw it on a slant so it looks 3D. Okay, we know the slant height is 8. So remember, this is the slant height, the one that's slanted. And I know the area already is 25. Okay, side squared is 25, which makes every side 5. Okay, we have to find the surface area. So for surface area, it's base plus 1/2 PL. Okay, in this case, we really don't have to do anything to find out anything else. We already have our slant height, and we already have our area of the base. Okay, so we can figure out the perimeter from there. The area of the base is 25. Okay, they gave us that. Plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base. Well, we know each side is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. And the slant height is 8. Okay, so our total area, total surface area, 25 plus 80, which is 105 units squared. Okay, hopefully you got that if you did it on your own. Regular tetrahedron. Okay, tetrahedron means it has a triangular base. And I should say it's a regular triangular base. Okay, so we can say it's an equilateral triangle. And still a pyramid. Okay, we know it's got 4 equilateral triangles as its bases, and each edge is 12. So we have to find our lateral area and our surface area. Alright, some of you might see an easier way to do this problem because we do know that all 4 equilateral triangles are the faces. Okay, so we could do the equilateral triangle formula and just multiply that by 4. But if you wanted to do the formula, you know lateral area is 1/2 P times L. Perimeter would be 12 times 3, 36. But you will have to find the slant height in this case. They're not giving it to you. Okay, here's the slant height. Okay, remember slant height goes each side. You could find the slant height for each face. So this is going to be a 60 triangle, 60, 30, 90 triangle. This is 6, we know this is 12, each side is 12, and then the height here, the slant height would be 6 root 3. Alright, so our lateral area is 108 root 3. Okay, you could have also just found the equilateral triangle formula. Side squared root 3 over 4. Remember 2, 3, 4. And you know the side is 12. So you could do 12 squared root 3 over 4. That's 144 root 3 over 4. Okay, which is 36 root 3. If you think about it, on the lateral areas, there are 3 sides. The side, these two, and then the back side. Okay, so if you multiply that by 3, you end up getting 108. Okay, that might have been a little bit easier, but you could do it either way you'd like. And the last one for surface area. Surface area, we just take the letter area and add the base. Base plus 1/2 PL. Okay, you don't need to show the work again. You already have 1/2 PL, which is 108 root 3. Okay, area of the base, well, we just found that. S squared root 3 over 4. There is another way to do that. If you wanted to draw in a height, it could be the same way we just found the slant height. Okay, so 12 squared root 3 over 4 is 36 root 3 plus 108 root 3. Okay, because these both have a root 3, you can combine them. And we end up getting 144 root 3. Units good. Alright, that ends the notes for today. If you'd like to see the notes in hieroglyphics, I will go ahead and do that now. Since we are doing pyramids today, we can see what they would look like from the pyramids in Egypt. This works. Work, work, work. There they are. Have a great night.